Good morning, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get settled, now's a great time to grab anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe it's a glass of water, a hot cup of tea or coffee. Also, if you have items at home and you'd like to smudge, it's a good time to grab those items as we begin to ignite the healing within. And if you don't have smudge at home, that's okay, relatives. We'll send some cleansing, healing, and positive energy your way. It's a new day. It's another sunrise and another sunset. This is our opportunity to take stock of how we're feeling, to decide how we're going to move forward on our wellness path today. If we're going to move forward at all, maybe today is just a day of reflection. Aloha, kakahiaka. Hello and good morning. My name is Malia, and I'm a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a non-profit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities, and also victims of crime. You can join us here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., where we will always breathe, stretch, explore ways of integrating self-care and wellness into our daily lives, and we will always honor our cultural traditions, our customs, our ancestry, our strength, and our resilience. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, relatives. First of all, I'd like to put my hair back. Come as you are, I always say. Um, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our HIR Wellness Institute team members who are here with us. We have our occupational therapist with us, Claudia Meyer-Smith. Good morning, Claudia. How are you doing today? And we also have our advocacy director, community healer, and Ho-Chunk woman, Barbara Black Deer McKenzie. When you see the HIR Wellness Institute commenting this morning, that is Barbara. Claudia, Barbara, and myself, relatives, are here for you in this circle of care, each with our unique gifts and skills and healing modalities that we bring to you. And to all of our relatives out there, I want to say good morning. Welcome. We're so happy that you're here with us today as we practice what our founder and CEO, Leah Denny, has coined and developed as community activated medicine. Community activated medicine means that the people are the medicine. And when we gather here on these morning lives, we're able to support each other, to hold space for each other, to listen and lean into others when we need it, and also to allow others to lean into us. When we practice community activated medicine, it is every action of self-care and wellness that we take that guides us along this healing path. And every time we stop to take a moment for reflection, it helps us to recalibrate and decide where it is we're going to go and how we're going to get there. And when we're reflecting, sometimes, actually many times, it means that we don't even have to think about what we're going to do next. Maybe it just needs to be that we're just feeling what we're feeling. And that's okay too. Because the beauty of your self-care and wellness journey, your journey of mental health, is that it's on your terms and nobody else's. You get to decide. It is completely your choice to determine what it is you want, what it is you need. That is your choice. And at the Institute, we honor that. So when you're here, just know we're here for you. And this is a great place to start your day. Good morning, Anna. So wonderful to see you here. And with that, relatives, let's start with a check-in. Why is a check-in important? This is your opportunity to decide what it is you need for the day or just in general. And a great place to start is how you're feeling. So how are you feeling today? How are you doing today, relatives? And if you're not sure, we can do a body scan. Because a lot of times what's going on physically is a really good indicator of what's going on elsewhere in our body. What's going on in our heart, what's going on in our mind, what's going on with the way that we feel. What might our body be trying to tell us? So, if you want to, we can do a body scan from head to toe. Or if you know how you're feeling, you can comment in the comment box right away. And either way, relatives, you don't have to comment in the comment box, but I encourage it because it can feel really good to talk about it or to release it and to have others support you. But the most important thing is that you take stock for yourself of how you're feeling. So even if you don't want to comment in the comment section, let's take a moment to reflect. We can start by scanning from the top of our heads, paying attention to areas of our body where you might be feeling tension or physical discomfort. It might even be feeling like pain, or areas of your body might feel neutral or even really good. So let's start with that body scan. From the top of our head, we can just go ahead and scan our body to our temples and our forehead. You can even touch those areas if you want. For me, it feels good to rub the eyes, rub the temples. We can work our way down to our jaw. Is there any tension there? Are you feeling pressure, or does it feel nice and loose and neutral? We can scan down our necks and even to our shoulders and to our chest. Does your chest feel tight? Or does it feel neutral and relaxed? And we can scan down onto our tummies. Does your tummy feel empty? Maybe you're hungry. Maybe your tummy you feel full from last night, or maybe you might be feeling a little indigestion. Maybe it's totally neutral. We're going to work our way down to our hips and work our way to our legs and our knees. How do your knees feel, relatives? Down to the calves and the ankles, the heels of our feet, the arches, the ball of our feet and our toes. And we can work our way back towards the upper back and the lower back and to our arms, our elbows, our forearms, our wrists, our hands and our fingertips. And we'll scan to our heart. Are there feelings or emotions that are lying heavy there? Or does your heart feel light and free? Or maybe even full with love or joy? And we'll go ahead and do the last scan with our thoughts. Are there thoughts that have been circulating through your mind? Maybe things that have happened in the past and you were trying to go to bed last night and they just kind of popped in your head? Are there memories that you've been replaying? Or maybe your mind feels revitalized and alive and awake for the day. And with that, relatives, feel free to comment. We can check in. We'll go to some of our relatives' comments here today. Claudia says, I'm good. Just not feeling like I want to be in full gear. I get that, Claudia. Totally. Thank you for sharing. Barbara says, "Yo, I'm here. Amethyst got me up at 4:30. Oh, Lady Amethyst. That's Barbara's kitty. Couldn't handle that, so I eventually went back to bed and got up at 7:57. So I'm still waking up. Ah, the joys of working from home. Come as you are, sleep in, it's all good. So relatives, how are you doing out there? Please feel free to comment. Whether it's a good day, not so good day, a neutral day, maybe it's a horrible day. Because we have those. So feel free to talk about it. Let me see, I want to do a check-in. Um, I slept really good. Oh, and this weekend, they always go by really fast, but this weekend was great. I got 2 days of exercise in, was doing some weightlifting with my partner. Um, so it felt really good. Let me see, what else? Oh, yeah. And I was able to record a song that I wrote with one of my friends at his music studio. And I'm really excited about it. It sounds great. Um, I got to record the vocal tracks. It only took me 3 runs to hit the vocal track right. The guitar track, 1 run. Did it in one take. And then I got to put some licks and fills in on other tracks, some vocal harmonies, some harmonics on my guitar. It's a really cool song. I can't wait for it to be finished because I definitely want to share it with all of our relatives. So I'm thinking sometime in the next, I don't know, the next couple of weeks, hopefully I can share it. So it was a pretty exciting weekend. But on the other flip side, my son, who's 11 years old, he definitely, we got into it this weekend because his room is filthy. It's horrible. And so we had a talk about that, but I think my voice was on high volume when we were talking about it. Um, so I'm a little bummed out about that. But it's a good day. It's Monday, everyone. Relatives. It's Monday. It's a new week. So any plans you got for this week, feel free to share. This is also the last week of February. Can you believe it? A week from today is March 1st, relatives. March 1st. Is it just me or is this year going by really fast? And it just started. But it's flying by. Okay, so feel free to check in anytime, relatives. It doesn't have to be at the beginning of the video. It can be anytime you feel comfortable to talk about it. Beginning, middle, or end of these videos, we're here for you. There's no, there's no appropriate time. It's anytime because these videos are all about you. They're all about our wellness. This morning, I'm drinking water. It just seemed like that's what I wanted this morning. Later this afternoon, I will be drinking ginger and turmeric tea, but this morning I woke up feeling really, really thirsty. Um, so it's all about the water this morning. It's one of our sacred medicines, I should say it's part of our medicine wheel. Really, really important for the body. So don't underestimate the power of water, relatives. If that's the first and only thing you drink in the morning, that's fantastic. So always feel free to share what's in your morning elixir. It's a really, really great way to inspire our other relatives out there who maybe are feeling like they might want to try something new. And a morning elixir is always a really pleasant way to start your day. Last week, I did beet juice all week, and I will say, I'll try and be not too much information about it, but I will say that it did help my bowels. I actually felt really regular all week. So try beet juice relatives if you feel like you're struggling with that. And also, I was drinking a lot of kombucha last week. Very, very pleasant ways to practice self-care. The beet juice I got from Whole Foods, but you can also get it from Fresh Thyme, and I'm sure many other grocery stores. It's cold pressed, meaning it's not like made from concentrate. They don't heat it or anything. They just press the beet. You take that juice. I love the taste of beet juice. Some people do, some people don't. But that and then alternating every other day with kombucha and lots of water and tea felt like it did worked wonders on my tummy last week. So I highly encourage that, relatives, if you're looking for something new. Let's go to Anna's comment. Good morning, Anna. Anna says, I'm feeling a little nervous and scared. I'm having surgery on Wednesday, and it's major surgery that will take 6 to 12-week recovery. They are mending some torn tendons if they can. So I wanted to be here for encouragement. The surgery is in my hip. Thank you for sharing, Anna, and bringing your thoughts and feelings into this space. I want to say, sending you so much love and healing energy, Anna. And relatives, do feel free to support Anna as well, too. That's part of community activated medicine. We'll be thinking about you, Anna. And I hope that you check in tomorrow, too. Also know, too, Anna, if you need additional emotional support, and to all of our relatives out there, if you need someone to talk to, please do reach out to our Cares Warm line. It's open every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Anna, today I have the Cares Warm line. So if you want to talk more about it, I'm happy to hold space for you. And you can just talk about whatever's on your mind, and I'll just be there to listen. Relatives, when you're not doing okay, and we all have those days or weeks, or how Anna is saying that she's feeling, really nervous or scared, do call our Cares Warm line. We can provide you with emotional support, whether you're feeling afraid or sad or upset or anxious. And although we're not a crisis line, we can provide you with emotional support and resources that may be helpful for you in advocacy. It might be safety planning, seeking shelter, to talk it out, or you might even be calling just to see what our resources are, our services are that we offer at the Institute that can maybe support you. Anna, sending you so much love. For real, we'll be thinking about you, and always feel free to check in or call our Cares Warm line. Relatives, again, the hours of our Cares Warm line is Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and you can call or text. You'll get a response within 24 hours. And today I got the Cares Warm line, so if you need me, relatives, I'm here for you. Karen says, good morning, relatives. I'm trying my best to show up today and be present. It's been difficult lately. I'm grateful I finally got some sleep, yet I'm still dragging. Thank you, Karen, for your share and for bringing your feelings into the space. Relatives, sometimes the days are hard. Sometimes I wake up and I feel like my inner child is like, I don't wanna. I feel like that sometimes. I think we can relate, Karen. Even with the sleep, sometimes our spirit is just tired, or sometimes we just need a little extra support. And Karen, I don't know if you're working today, if you are, if you aren't, but if you're dragging today, please allow yourself the permission to take it slow. one thing at a time. So I hope you're doing okay today, Karen. And guys, remember, when you're feeling that way, when you're feeling like you're dragging, remember, actions of self-care sometimes are extremely pleasant. This weekend, I don't know if you've all ever heard of that brand of ice cream, Halo Top. It's loaded with protein. And so, a little bit about my wellness path right now. During COVID, I put on 25 pounds. Yes, I did. I started a new lifestyle of staying at home. Prior to this, I was a fitness instructor. I had my own dance studio, very, very active lifestyle, a performing musician, a gigging musician. Everything was on the go all the time. And then COVID happened. And it was kind of like my whole life changed, and I just kind of sat here a lot. I'm still doing much more sitting than I want to. And so, um, for me, part of my wellness path right now is to um, go back to more movement and being more physically active. And um, so my wellness journey right now is lifting weights. And a little bit about my partner. He's actually a certified, what do you call it? Personal trainer. And I said to him, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. COVID really threw me for a loop, and it just kind of flipped my whole life around. Everything is extremely different. And I just want to get back into my physical health where my knees don't hurt and my hip doesn't hurt. And so we started lifting weights. But part of that, the reason I'm rambling on about that, sorry, relatives, let me hone it back in, is because sometimes self-care is really pleasant. So I do like to lift weights, but I don't love it. What I do love is sitting around and eating ice cream. So we got this Halo Top ice cream, which has a ton of protein in it. And he's like, you're gonna need to start eating more protein because you're lifting. So my self-care this weekend was eating a pint of Halo Top, loaded with protein. It was awesome. So self-care sometimes, my point is, can be really, really pleasant. A nap if you can take one, if you need one. Laying tobacco, smudging, positive self-talk, snuggling your pets, whatever it is, relatives. These are just a few examples. Claudia says, sending much care and prayers, Anna. Picture all the things that will be possible post-surgery. Thank you, Claudia. Karen says, we're thinking about you, Anna. Sending caring energy. Yes, thank you, Karen, for all your love and support to our relatives. Barbara says, Anna, sending you lots of healing energy. Remember to focus on the results. Repair, less pain, and greater mobility. I envy you as I need surgery on my back and hips as well. Thanks, Barbara, for supporting. Good morning, Marissa. How are you doing today, Marissa? Would you like to check in? Glad you're here with us. Claudia says, Anna, ask for what you need before surgery. I had my surgeons ask to pray with me before my surgery many years ago. If you have a healing tradition and medicines, use them. Beautiful, beautiful input, Claudia. Claudia, looks like Claudia can't hear me. I think, Claudia, I have sound. Relatives, please let me know if you have sound or not. If not, I can always log off and log back on. Anna says, thank you, I will. Anna, we're all thinking about you. I love Claudia's input of focus on the outcome of how you'll feel, how much better you'll feel. All right, relatives. Before we go, I do want to get into our medicine kit. And every week that we meet, I like to share a new technique. Now, last week, we started talking about and we started doing tapping. Oh, that reminds me, Anna. The tapping would be really good for you if you and relatives. So tapping, it's called emotional freedom tapping. That's really what the full term for it. We can also refer to it as EFT. EFT is a really wonderful thing to go to for that day. Um, Anna, when you're feeling that anxiety or anytime that, before Wednesday and through Wednesday, tapping. Now, what tapping is we have meridians in our body, and meridians are points of our body that we have energy centers. You know what else is like that too? Our chakras. But our meridian points here that we do in this exercise of tapping is just before our eyebrows, right here on the kind of bony part of our cheekbone, right here on the bony part underneath our eye, below the nose and above the lip, below the lip and above the chin. And then over here, kind of where like our sternum meets our rib cage on one side and then the other side. I know it looks like I'm in the shower, like soaping my underarms, but right here, the rib cage is one part, rib cage is the other part. Then the top of the heads, and then these lines across the hand, like this. First, let me tell you what it's really good for. What's awesome about tapping is you can do it anywhere, at home, in an office or waiting room, even if you're in the grocery store or areas, situations where you're feeling stressed, anxious, sad, or any of those emotions that aren't serving you. It's also really good to go to EFT or emotional freedom tapping when you're laying in bed at night and you can't go to sleep. It really does help aid with our sleep. Now, what we're going to do is you can do one finger or two fingers or three fingers, and we're going to tap these areas. So feel free to watch the videos last week. We in every single video last week we do go over the freedom tapping. I think actually I shouldn't say every video. I think starting on Wednesday we did. So when we go to that tapping, now I'm going to introduce the second step. The second step, aside from making sure that we hit all these points in our body, is to think about feelings or emotions that we're having right now, or memories. Maybe you have a traumatic memory or an experience that isn't serving you. Maybe it's a feeling of, you know, not feeling good enough, or feeling like maybe you might have your confidence isn't the greatest. Whatever it is. And a good way to hone in on what do you need tapping for, like what's the specific thought that we're having, is to really just pay attention to how you feel. Now, for example, with the check-in this morning, that's why we check in, because once you can identify authentically where you're at, whether you're having a great day or whether it's a horrible day, once you allow yourself to say, you know what, this is how I feel. Yeah, this is my feelings, not necessarily the greatest feelings in the world, but once we can identify that, that's authenticity, because then we know what it is, or it can help us to decide what our next step is on our wellness journey. Now, your wellness journey is synchronous with your path and journey in life. And whether we choose to acknowledge it or not, we're still walking that path. And the beauty of the recognition that we are on this wellness path is that we can be conscious of it, and we can choose to take actions of self-care. And these actions are not, they seem small, but they add up. Think about it like a page of a book. You put one page on your dining table or your table, it looks like the rest of the table. There's no height in it. And if every action of self-care, if every day that you do this year, for the rest of your life, is one page, drinking your water, taking a nap, reflecting, smudging, next thing you know, that single page has turned into chapters, and those chapters have turned into novels. And then you've taken action after action after action, books full of self-care and wellness. That is your wellness story. And it's transformative. And EFT, emotional freedom tapping, is one of those ways to usher along when you don't feel like facing it sometimes. If you're too tired, if you're sad, if you're worried, go to EFT and it can calm us by tapping into our meridian points in our body, our energy centers. Our bodies create electricity. Isn't that really strange? Our bodies are electric. This is a physiological, biological, and scientific fact. Our bodies create energy. They create electricity. And with that being said, we do have these energy centers, and we can literally rewire our brains, and the way that our brain is going to um, receive our thoughts, and what it is, the part of the brain that we are going to tap into. When we're in moments of stress and anxiety and fear, that's our amygdala. That's this little almond-shaped part of our brain at the base of our brain that is like our lizard brain. It's truly like the primordial part of our brain. And it basically helps us determine whether we are going to freeze, whether we're going to run, or whether we're going to fight. That's also when we're in this brain that creates cortisol, right? Cortisol is that hormone that gets released when we're in the fight, flight, or freeze response. When our lizard brain, our primordial brain is in action. And when that part of the brain is in action, we don't get to access this part of our brain, the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is where we have reason and logic. That's where words are. And when we tap, we can allow our brain to, access this part through relaxation, through through just letting that primordial part of our brain, the amygdala, relax. So when we tap, we're tapping into those energy centers. It's excellent for us because we can help with the anxiety, with the stress, with those feelings that aren't serving you, by helping with sleep. So put this in your medicine kit, relatives. It's as powerful as deep breathing. And in certain situations, sometimes I feel it's more powerful. Now, I ramble. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the feelings that we're having. Anna, yours, for example, might be a feeling of being afraid or feeling anxiety about Wednesday, about the surgery. For me, mine is self-esteem based today. My feeling is just, I'm struggling with feeling like I'm enough because of my physical health, because of that weight that I put on during COVID. And I wake up and my hips hurt and my knees hurt and my feet hurt, and I'm at the gym and I'm moving slower, and I'm in class and have you ever been in a gym class and you're like, everyone else seems like they're all athletic and you're over there, well, maybe it's just me. I'm over there like, man, all these people are doing great. And I'm like, I'm not doing so well. I'm struggling. So for me, my thought today is going to be about feeling like I'm enough. What is yours, relative? What is your thought? Some feeling or thought or memory that's not serving you. Maybe something you feel guilty about. Because what we're going to do with that thought, we're going to say before, even though I feel whatever your feeling is. So mine today is going to say, mine is going to be, even though I'm struggling with my confidence. That's what mine is going to be. Even though I'm struggling with my confidence, then the next part you're going to say to yourself is, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay? So, Anna, yours might be, even though I'm anxious about my hip surgery on Wednesday, I deeply and completely accept myself. Karen, yours might be something like, even though I'm, and I'm just giving examples, relatives, make up whatever it is that you want to. But example for yours, Karen, even though I feel that I'm struggling with moving, with my productivity today, I deeply and completely accept myself. Um, Claudia's might be, even though I feel like I need to take it slower today than I normally do, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So these are just examples, relatives. You can pick, remember, just pick something. Maybe it's something in the past. Like, even though my sister bullied me when I was a child, I deeply, and I don't feel like I'm enough. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So connect it to a feeling, connect it to an experience, be as specific as you can, and then I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So, we're gonna start here. We're gonna tap across this meridian, across the line of the hands, and then remember 1, 2, or 3 fingers. We're also gonna deep breathe during this. So this is part of our deep breathing exercise today. You're ready, relatives? Let me rethink of what mine is. Even though I am feeling like I am not good enough, even though I am not feeling confident right now, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. Even though I am not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Take a deep breath. Other side. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Right here. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Right here, bony part of the cheeks. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Deep breath. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's take it to our chest. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Other side, by the sternum and ribs. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's take a deep breath over on the side in the rib cage. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Other side. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And at the top of the head. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's do it again. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's try the other side. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and respect and accept myself. Let's take a deep breath. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's go here by the bony part of our cheek. Inhale. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Under the eye where the bony part is. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. under the nose. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Deep inhale. Above the chin, below the lip. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Sternum by the rib cage, we can knock. Deep inhale. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Other side. Even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Under the rib cage, by their sides, even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Other side. Breathe in, even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And final one, even though I'm not feeling confident right now, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Deep inhale and exhale. How'd that feel, relatives? You feeling okay? I know it might seem a little strange, but remember those meridian points are energy centers. And when we tap into these points and we have that thought in our mind of something that we really want to focus on, we are literally and physiologically rewiring our brain. We don't always have to go to the amygdala for that fight or flight response. And this can be really powerful for people with PTSD because we're so engaged in that part of our brain, or people who've experienced trauma or pain. We can do that tapping to let the amygdala rest and start to engage with neural pathways of going towards a different part of our brain. Kind of seems strange at first. But I did this with my son actually a few weeks ago. He was having extreme anxiety about a music test at school. His eyes were burning hot with tears. And we did that for the first time with him a few times through, and it actually helped to regulate him and stabilize his feelings. You might notice a little energy boost when you do it as well too. Hi, Sherry. Sherry, do you want to check in and let us know how you're doing? For those of our relatives who are just joining us now, please know that you can check in at any time. It doesn't have to be at the beginning of these videos. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know what's going on and we can talk about it. Sherry says, say prayers for Greg. And so, Sherry, if you want to talk about it, please feel free to. We're here for you. Indigo says that was unusual. I'm not sure I feel about it, but glad to try it. Thank you, Indigo, for your honesty. Absolutely. It can feel a little strange. Um, as a matter of fact, Indigo, there's a website I want to link you to. Let me see if I can find it here. There's a really good website that talks further about it. And actually, this is an ancient technique, so this has been around for like thousands of years. So let me see here. Where is it? Oh, and also Medical News Today, which I do like their websites because they do link all their statements to research. You could try medicalnewstoday.com, but a good website to go to learn more about emotional freedom tapping is, I'll type it in here, the Tapping Solution Foundation.org. So Sherry says she's not doing good today. She said, Greg's not doing well. He is having trouble breathing and not looking good. Sending you so much love, Sherry. Virtual hug. Sherry, if you were with Greg today, or if you'll see him today or see him soon, take some deep breaths. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you need to, Sherry, and you're in the hospital and you see Greg today, you can always go to tapping. A real subtle one to do if you're in the waiting room, or if you're in the hospital room and you're feeling nervous, you can just have your hands in your lap and just tap. You could say, even though I'm terrified about what's going on with Greg, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So much love to you, Sherry. If you need extra emotional support, we're here for you. And Indigo mentioned that she didn't know how she felt about tapping. And I love that, Indigo, because here's the thing, relatives. I'll show us lots of things every week. Different things that you can put in your medicine kit, which are just techniques, breathing techniques, stretching, certain teas, medicines, gratitude, whatever it is. That's your medicine kit. You discard it. If it's not for you, no worries. And so I like that, Indigo, because this is a reminder that we determine what our healing looks like. Nobody else does. Ultimately, it is our choice. Now, I know sometimes we have doctors and things like that, and it's our choice whether or not we decide that, anyone can recommend, even a doctor. I generally listen to my doctors, not all the time, but generally. But then we also have those family members who think they know what's best for us, or our friends, our best friends, are always telling us, you should do this, you should do that. No, I can't tell you. No one can tell you. They can weigh in. But this is your journey. This is your body. This is your mind. This is your spirit. This is your life. This is your choice. And sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but it is. You are in control of your path. Now, that doesn't mean that we have control of the hand that was dealt to us. It's like a game of cards in that aspect. We don't get to pick our hand, but we get to play. We get to choose how we're going to play that hand. And like our wellness journey, we don't get to choose always what that journey looks like. Sometimes we do, but sometimes we don't. Sometimes there's a boulder there and it wasn't our fault. It wasn't our choice. It was just there. And when we come to those boulders, or sometimes there's individuals on that path, they're on their own wellness and self-care journeys. We're going to choose how we're going to walk that path. I want to say mahalo nui loa. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Sherry, I'm going to touch base with you as soon as we get off of this video. Malama ponoiko kino, take good, righteous care of your body, your mind, your heart, and your spirit. Aloha nui, much love to you all out there, relatives. Barbara says, Sherry, as you wait for him to go back, you might sit and face him and do some deep breathing to help him regulate his breathing. Plant your feet on the ground. Place your hands gently on your lap. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose for 4 counts and exhale through your mouth for 6. It will help regulate you both and hopefully get more oxygen to your systems. That's community activated medicine, relatives. To support each other, to send that love and healing energy and to hold space. Ahui ho'akuno, I'll see you all later. May you have a day where you can take moments and actions that move towards what it is you need on your wellness, self-care, and path of mental health. Aloha. See y'all later.